McGregor, and I am running for election to the Grand Rapids City Council. I chose to move to Grand Rapids 5 years ago to work as a planner in regional operations for the Department of Natural Resources. Planners solve problems by bringing people together and then working together to find solutions. Finding solutions is what's important. Planning is my life's work, and Grand Rapids was a place I wanted to live while working and after working in retirement. My parents taught me that living in community means being active in the life of the community. My dad was a self-employed lawyer who served in combat and in the Army Reserves. My mom's best friend had a special needs child, and over a lifetime of supporting that friend and her family, my mom helped set up homes that enabled people to live independently. Those were two powerful role models for me. As I raised my two sons, I was a Sunday school teacher, Cub Scout leader, and treasurer for many sports clubs. And I helped bring a community foundation and a community center to our town. Now, I chair the Grand Rapids Planning Commission, where I contribute skills I have learned at work. I serve on other volunteer boards too. For example, I'm part of a group working on a climate action plan for Grand Rapids. I have joined the board of ICTV. I have served on the board of the Grand Rapids Area Library Foundation, Free Range Co-op, KAXC, and I have even organized community hikes for the North Country Trail Association. I enjoy these activities, I learn from each of them, and it's really great to meet the people involved. There are challenges ahead for us in Grand Rapids. Employers want to add jobs, but suitable homes are in short supply. The Civic Center brings in lots of visitors, but it needs millions in repairs. We need to be smart and strategic to make things better for the future. Our government works because citizens step up and take their turn to work together. It's my turn, and I humbly ask you for your vote on November 8th. Let's talk. My phone number is 218-256-3452, or email me at molly4gr@gmail.com, and that's Molly, M-O-L-L-Y, the number 4, capital G, capital R, @gmail.com. Thanks so much for listening.
Hello, I'm Susan Ziggy, and I'm running for position on the Grand Rapids City Council. Born and raised in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, my husband and I have been residents of Grand Rapids for almost 48 years. I'm a graduate of Concordia Teachers College in River Forest, Illinois, where I received my BA degree in education. I served as a teacher in St. Louis, Missouri for 2 years, taught 1 semester at Northland High School as an EBD teacher, worked for District 318 for 3 years at the Middle Area Learning Center, had 2 long-term summing jobs for District 316, and was a substitute teacher for over 20 years. My husband, Bill, served as a pastor at Our Redeemer Lutheran Church in Cohasset, Minnesota for almost 40 years. And during that time, I did Bible study leadership, music ministry, ladies ministry, and served as a church librarian. I now attend First Evangelical Lutheran Church in Grand Rapids, where I'm involved in various activities like Bible study and human care. My husband and I have 5 married children ranging in age from 42 to 50, 12 grandchildren ages 12 to 28, and we're expecting our first great-grandchild in January. I have a passion for public leadership, and I've been blessed, and I've served on the District 318 School Board for 19 years, as well as on the Grand Rapids City Council from 2000 to 2007, serving 5 years as mayor, bringing a total of 26 years of public leadership to this area. In these positions, people saw I did my homework in gathering information to make sound decisions, was a team player, never had a hidden agenda, and would make the tough decisions when they were necessary. I learned to be open, respectful to the public with their concerns, and made sure I did not micromanage either the city or the school district, but allowed employees to do their work without interference and to let them know that they were valued. It's always been important for me to see all sides in making a decision and make clear-cut decisions that are positive and that respect is shown to all in the process. Through these positions, I utilize leadership skills I gained through the Blend and Leadership Program and through various workshops in these positions. I've served on the Grand Rapids Library Board, Planning Commission, HRA, Housing Redevelopment Authority, Bridges Mentoring, Community Ed, and the Boys and Girls Club boards. Being a grant writer for 3 years for Elder Circle gave me insight into the needs of seniors in our city as well. Probably the most obvious position on my platform is to see that residents of Grand Rapids continue to receive services including fire and police protection, public works, and public utilities that are essential for safety and a good quality of life. These positions should be staffed in such a way that our residents can depend on them and know that they will be responsive to the community as needs arise. Budgeting should be done in such a way that monies are spent wisely and reviewed on a yearly basis to ensure needs are met. We need to be good stewards of tax dollars that are received and plan ahead to the future to see where needs may arise as well. We need to plan to improve the condition of our streets as well. It's exciting to see new businesses coming to Grand Rapids, but with the growth of our community, there's a deficit in providing the housing that's needed by our future citizens. All types of housing need to be available, from those who are in need of lower cost housing to those who are making a living wage and those individuals who may need more of an upscale home. There are huge waiting lists for those in need of subsidized housing, including many seniors on fixed budgets who cannot afford the high rates that apartments are now receiving. Properties that are available within the city need to be well utilized to meet the needs, and developers should be recruited to help in the development. Along with new jobs, there's a need for daycare for workers and by working with other entities in our community so that these needs can be met. I am a firm believer that in working together with other communities and programs within our community that we can bring in needed services lacking in Grand Rapids, such as more restaurants, clothing stores, etc., that many people have to travel long distances to receive. Revitalizing downtown and entrances into our community, particularly from the west, would help bring in more visitors who would spend time in our area to help local business. When I look back at all the various experiences I've had in our community for almost 48 years, I feel that I do have my hand on the pulse of what is needed for an exciting and growing future for a city I have called home for almost 48 years. It is my goal that future generations can experience the same blessings my family and I have received as members of this community, and I look forward to serving again on the Grand Rapids City Council to help make a difference and see Grand Rapids continue to grow and be a leader, and that others will desire to call home as well. In conclusion, I'd like to thank ICTV for this opportunity to let you know a little bit more about me and to encourage you to exercise your right to vote on November 8th. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Tom Sutherland, and I'm running for Grand Rapids City Council. You may be curious about who I am and why I'm running. Before I share that information, I'd like to extend my heartfelt appreciation to ICTV for giving me this opportunity. A little bit about me. I'm a lifelong resident of the Grand Rapids area. I was born and raised on my family's pig farm. My dad retired from UPM Blandon as a millwright, and my mom stayed at home and raised 3 children. I graduated from Grand Rapids High School in 2000 and went on to Itasca Community College and the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point to earn the degrees that have provided me the privilege to serve the state of Minnesota as a conservation officer since 2006, where I also serve as a field training officer, regional waterfall representative, and an arson wildfire investigator. My peers previously honored me as the State of Minnesota Turnip Poachers Officer of the Year. I am also entering my 10th year as an instructor at Itasca Community College here in town, teaching future leaders in natural resource law enforcement. I'm a father of 3 children, Brogan 11, Britton 10, and Rowan 7, who attend Robert J. Elkington Middle School and West Rapids Elementary School. All 3 are active with Grand Rapids Youth Hockey, Football, Baseball, and Softball associations. I also volunteer by coaching my youngest son's youth baseball team through the Grand Rapids Area Baseball Association, and I'm also a member of St. Joseph's Catholic Church. I'm running for one of the 2 open positions on the Grand Rapids City Council because I want to see the City of Grand Rapids grow and prosper for our current residents, our children, and their grandchildren. After college, I returned to this city of Grand Rapids to raise my children in a community with values that I hold dear to my heart, consistent with the city's slogan, "It's in Minnesota's nature." It goes without saying, Grand Rapids offers the amenities of a big city on a smaller scale while encompassing the great outdoors. Places like the Rife Performing Arts Center, the YMCA, and the Forest History Center allow us to enjoy metro amenities while allowing the convenience and accessibility of nature. Future sustainability for our next generation is dependent on the decisions we make today, and the time to plan is now. Humbly, I'm the best candidate because of my demonstrated leadership and prior experience on the local city councils of Cohasset and Coleraine. I served on the local planning and zoning commissions where we plan decades into the future for the sustainability and growth of our communities. I also focus my efforts on property taxation and how to be fiscally responsible with the citizens' hard-earned dollars. The values and integrity instilled in me growing up have provided me with a foundation to further provide to my community. My demonstrated experience qualifies me as the best candidate to serve the citizens of Grand Rapids. I look forward to serving you and humbly ask for your vote on November 8th this fall. Thank you.